And we live. Welcome to another episode of Sleazy Sport. And today I'm joined by the gents, Shavar, Drishul, Krizzle. How's it, gentlemen?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
I'm alright.
Look, it's Monday, guys. I think I almost fell asleep about 3 times at work today. But yeah, we move.
All right. All right. Let's get the show started, guys. As we discussed previously, that we're going to be ranking the CAMs. And so I'll pick the first player at random. Baggio. Where would you guys put Roberto Baggio?
Mm,
I haven't seen
considering my
much of him,
standing.
but people have said that if he scored that penalty, he would be regarded as Italy's greatest ever player.
Yep.
And that's ahead of even Paolo Maldini, who I think is currently Italy's greatest ever player. So he's got to be elite, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, go
Yeah.
Trishul, it's
Sorry.
fine.
Look. I didn't watch him obviously, but watching clips of him, he obviously was very good. And then I think it's just a shame that the thing that he's most known for is a penalty miss, and the whole "he was the man who died standing" thing. Um, I would probably say elite because I think it's a respectful thing to do. I know it was just one penalty, and I think if he scored it, like my brother said, he would have been regarded as probably one of the best players of Italy's generation.
Mm.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Mm.
I think, look, guys, similar to what Trishul and Shavaz just mentioned, I think is a bit before our age.
Mm.
We caught glimpses of '94 and that World Cup. So besides that tournament, I don't think we've seen enough of this guy to know. But rightfully so, as Shavaz said, considered possibly one of Italy's greatest players. He stands out just by that name. I'm sure every light has heard his name. The issue is I just have not seen as much of him. So I think it's fair. Let's give the guys dues. Let's put him in a league like Shavaz done from the onset, just based on his reputation and what the Italian press has told us about him.
Yeah. And lastly, he won the 1993 Ballon d'Or.
Hmm.
So that
Mm.
also is, yeah, just shows how good he was in his day. So yeah, I'll also leave him there. Let's move over to the next player. Letitia. Start off with you, Chris, because you suggested Letitia.
Yeah, my boy. Look, so I'm not going to say that SO was in my day or my time, but I can tell you, just looking at all of those halftime EPL reels where they promote legends from year past, this O's highlight reel is bar none. In my opinion, I don't think he's achieved enough to go into the elite status. I think where you have him right now is world class. He's one of
Ooh.
those British players that would have been probably overhyped, but for a player that was lanky, tall, he had close ball control, he could hit things from anywhere in the park. This guy just brought magic to that era of English Premier League. I don't think, especially in that era, there were players like Metlatessier, and that is basically him being part of the mold and growing our future generations to start playing with that close ball control, being silky with the ball at his feet and being able to hit those worldies from nowhere. So genuinely love watching his highlight reels, but I don't think he's done enough with the team to be able to go into elite.
Mm. Yeah, Trisho, your take?
So I like growing up, I would watch Premier League goals of the season and a review of the season and all these highlight shows about the late 90s, early 2000, and he did come up a lot of the time. But I would never say, look, again, I wasn't there, I didn't watch him, but from what I saw, I would never at any point have said this guy is world class. I would definitely say great, not good. And also, I'm also taking into account everyone else that's in that list that's gonna go into world class. I don't think he was better than Lampard. I don't think he was better than Gascoigne, from what I know. Um, don't think he was better than any of those England attacking tens. He was definitely a great player, probably Southampton's like one of their best ever players. I can't really think of anyone else from Southampton, but
Virgil van
Van Dijk. I, I would put him in great. I wouldn't put him in world class. No.
All right,
Yeah,
Shava.
I think fair.
I'd also drop him. I'd also
Alright.
drop him. The reason I drop him is because he hasn't really achieved anything in his career.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think he's got 100 Premier League goals, but he hasn't really achieved anything. And he seemed to be, and again, this is from what I'm hearing, he seemed to be a big fish in a small pond type of character.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. That's true. Let's move over to the next one. This is Rui Costa. Sorry, I didn't get a proper picture of him, but yeah, Rui Costa, gents. Trisho, where would you put him?
I would put him in world class, but when we're resorting everything, I would put him in the middle of world class, like not at the top of world class, breaking into elite. I would just leave him in world class. Yeah.
Mm.
Again, another player that I watched loads of clips of, obviously, one of Portugal's best ever players, but
Yeah.
to put him in elite would be a bit of a stretch. So
Yeah.
I would go with world class.
Shava?
From the little I've seen, and I've seen very little of him, he was the initial Kaká in that
Mm.
Milan side. But I think he's just been so overshadowed by Kaká that no one really considers him anymore when we're talking about, the greatest cams ever. But this man still had it. I think he's one that I kind of want to get to a bit later because it also depends where we're putting everyone else before we go for him. Don't know if there's anyone on chat who wants to chime in. Crizo, if you have anything else to say.
So honestly, James, I haven't seen much of this guy. What I do believe is that he was the prelude to the likes of your Decos, the guys that were able to make the magic happen in the pitch. And I think I've watched about one or two small videos around what he was able to do. But like you said, if this guy was the precursor to Kaká, I can't think of AC Milan prior to Kaká. That was his team. He dominated it. So
Yep.
it would be unfair for me to give a proper rating on him just based on the little knowledge that I have about Rui Costa. But I've heard good things, and I believe he was a baller that was in the mold where the likes of your Decos and those type of players actually came in from a Portugal perspective. But yeah, I don't have enough to actually give him a proper rating. I probably put him in between great world class.
Yeah. No, likewise. I also, I just remember him from the international tournaments mostly. Like Euro 2004, he had an exceptional tournament. Then even for AC Milan, I mean, when Kaká started blooming, yeah, he was forgotten. So, I'm leaning towards great, guys. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, I think let's put him in that category, and we'll try and reshuffle a bit closer to the end.
Yeah, no stress, no stress, no
Yeah.
stress.
Hmm.
All right,
Movie later.
let's move over to the next player. Pele.
Just put him and let's move on, guys. Just 3 World Cups. Just put him. And I think they've retroactively given him 7 Ballon d'Ors
7 Ballon d'Ors,
or
yeah.
something like that, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
He's like, none of us have watched him live, but we've all seen the clips.
Yeah.
Like they're not lying when they say that he is one of the greatest of all time. Now eclipsed only by Leo Messi. Yeah,
And
like
the
I
guys
see no
ridiculous.
word of lie. Carrying Brazil on your back at 19, at
Mhm.
23, or was it 17? I think it was 17.
17.
17.
Yeah, at 21, your injury is now the
Mm.
biggest news of the tournament.
Mm.
Like, you know, there's levels and then there's levels, guys.
Yeah. Yeah,
Look,
I don't know if other gents want to add, or should we just move
Nah,
on?
Yeah.
there's no point in adding.
Yeah.
Like it's
Look,
Pele.
so
It's
so
Pele.
so I
Alright.
think, guys, this is a difficult thing. Obviously we haven't seen all of the footage. The accolades, the amount of goals, it speaks for itself. The record books are lined, and we've all heard what Pele has achieved. And like Trevor just said, retroactively they've gone and given him 7 Ballon d'Ors, which is only bested by Messi. So
Yeah.
the only spanner I might throw in the works here is that, like my boy Ronaldo said, at least he's got proof of his 1,000 goals on record. Yeah, you see, so it's a tough one, especially with this
I
list.
mean,
I think
he's got
if we
proof of his 3 World Cups.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
has that.
that as well. The look, like I said, in my view, it would be unfair to all of the other players on this list to not put him in GOAT.
Yeah.
But with that said, we now need to find a tier that is going to separate the rest of the pack from
Yeah.
Pele.
Go.
Because if you're going
Yeah.
elite, there should be a subcategory with the person to go. Well, let's put him in GOAT. Let's not create another tier. We'll
Yeah.
put a second GOAT next to Pele, and we'll choose that as our overall winner. Because this is similar to saying putting in Ronaldo or Messi.
Oh,
There's
Messi.
no two ways
100%.
about it in their respective positions. You're not gonna be able to choose either in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got Maradona on this list. I think let's jump there, Shiva.
Yeah.
I've seen the goal. We've all seen the goal.
I've seen him
Uh,
take cocaine, man.
I've seen him take cocaine. I've also
And
seen him
score a
do
goal
like
that.
fucking 30-meter high keepy ups off his thigh.
Yeah.
But then again, I've seen Ronaldinho do that in a live game. So look, the problem for me with Maradona is, and this is now like picking at straws. The problem with me for Maradona is he had that one World Cup where he won the World Cup on his own. I don't think anyone can
Yeah.
argue that. He had a couple of seasons at Napoli, and then it kind of tailed off after that. At Barcelona, he was world class, but he wasn't, more world class than you would expect a Barcelona player to be. Yeah, it's just it didn't last very long. So for that, I've kind of I put him at the top of elite. I can't put him in GOAT because I mean Pele was the best player in the world at 17, and he was the best player in the world at 30. So that's just my argument. You guys can disagree. But if you want to look at World Cup performance, I've seen clips of that World Cup, and my guy, if it's just one tournament, I think this guy goes GOAT. But it's not just one tournament.
Mm. Gents, do you guys oppose? Trisho? I know it was during your time, dog.
Look, people always argued about him and Pele, about who was the better one, and I think that Pele just clips it for me. I can't say I enjoyed watching one more than the other because we didn't watch either one. But from the clips, I mean, it seemed like people loved Maradona more than they loved Pele.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like a tier list, it's hard, man, because I feel like nobody else underneath the list is going to be on Maradona's level besides Cruyff. And I think that the only one better than Cruyff and Maradona was Pele. And then I would feel it's a bit disrespectful to put Cruyff and Maradona next to Baggio, with all due respect to Baggio. So it's like a
Look, so
We're gonna
Let
have
me-
a
let me-
similar
let me-
problem when we
yeah.
talk about strikers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because we're gonna put Pele
I
as
think
go-to
I think
striker
put
as well.
Baggio in world class and put Maradona in elite.
I think for the purposes of this list, guys, we all can agree that we didn't really watch the likes of Maradona
Yeah.
and or Pele.
Yep.
I'd remove him from this list completely. Just
Yeah.
isolate them, give them their dues. We know where they
Yeah.
rank in all-time greatest, but let's try and make it fair with players of our generation and try and pick from that crop. Then we would have a better springboard to be able to talk to, because this is guys that we've actually seen play and have a
Yeah.
bit of detail on. I mean,
Completely
one of the
agree.
guys immediately that I'm seeing down there is Zico. I don't know, Shivar.
No,
Did you watch
Zico,
a lot of him?
Socrates, Bobby
You with me?
Charlton.
Nah.
So we
So
leave these guys out.
He
yeah,
left Di Stefano.
Di
That's
Stefano, Bobby Charlton, Cruyff,
Platini.
Platini,
Platini, yeah,
Zico, Socrates.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
those
see. It
guys.
snuck himself in there.
I beg your pardon?
So you snuck yourself in there.
Wait.
Mr. Isco.
So we leave those guys out, guys, just for all
Yeah.
fairness. Okay, we'll just
Yeah.
leave them out. And yeah, you guys do make a point, because I mean, Chris, rather. Yeah.
And I think that's also okay. So we've agreed
Even
Pele's the
Thomas
goat.
Solomon
We've
as
agreed Maradona's the only, or Pele's the only one that goes above Maradona. So let's drop them off too.
well. Okay.
I don't know. Do you guys want to drop Baggio? I haven't seen any of him.
Yeah, who can? But then does Village also
The thing
fall
is,
in the
at
top
least
category?
put Braggio, he's a bit recent, though. 90s.
Yeah, he is. He's a bit. Same with Hullet, but I remember Hullet from Chelsea, and that's not the Hullet that people talk about. So you're not going to get an accurate representation of Hullet from me.
Oh, damn, there's so many of these guys. So in the future, I need to let go of the guys who played in the 90s. It's only early 2000s going up.
Even like late 90s, like Zidane is
Yeah.
fine. We've all seen Zidane.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Cool then.
Yeah. So I
Sorry,
think we're starting from
old-timers.
Bergkamp.
Yeah, we'll start from Bergkamp then. Dennis Bergkamp, guys.
This guy was smooth.
He
But
was too-
okay, hold on. There's no Arsenal fans here, right? So I'm not
No.
going to get like hunted down. People are not going to come knocking at my door. That goal against Newcastle was a mistake.
Was a
That
fluke.
touch
Yeah,
was
it
a
was a
mistake.
It was a bad
He
first
did
touch.
not intend that touch.
It wasn't
Amen.
intentional. You can see, I'll explain why it wasn't intentional, because when you do that touch, what he was trying to do was he was trying to pull the ball behind his standing leg. And then it was a mistouch. Look, it was a beautiful goal, but it
Yeah.
was a mistouch.
All right.
It was a mistouch. Sorry, I can't say a mistake, but yeah, he
So
didn't mean that touch. It was unintentional.
is that Ronaldinho versus David Seaman?
Yeah. Type.
Yeah. But also imagine juggling the ball just with nothing but your touch down the touchline and beating two people. If you do that, you like automatically up there, right? And we've seen Ronaldinho do that. But let's not bring Ronnie into this conversation.
So where do we put Homeboy?
I say
Can't even
world
put-
class.
Yeah, world class.
Guys, no. You put him up a tier.
Ziggy D.
This guy had all the silk. He had.
He
He was silk. Just like,
so
you know, when you're going shopping for beds and you feel something and you say, "This is silk." That is what Bergkamp was.
Yeah, but you also need a pedigree to go with that silk, eh? So
And he had
in terms of
he won a league, didn't he? 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the Invincible.
Arsenal fans say that this guy is better than Henry. I don't agree, but I mean, I'm not an Arsenal fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I think let's be fair. Let's go with Shavar. I mean, he does have 2 more EPLs than Gerrard, so
Yeah. Okay, fine. We'll leave him there then. Now I'm cool with that. Okay, fine. David Silva, Shavar's favorite midfielder.
You know where I'm gonna put him. Just put at the top, ahead. Not goat, but you put
Yeah,
him top of elite.
yeah.
Yeah,
Shavar. Yeah, no, but this guy was a problem. Yo,
he was the greatest Premier League player in the 2010s for me. He's
Yep,
City's greatest ever player.
mm,
yep.
He was probably the league's greatest ever 10, because I'll count Rooney as a striker. Um, has the World Cup, 2 Euros, doesn't have a Champions League, but yeah, look, the guy was unreal. He,
The only
he
thing, like Cesc
yeah,
Fabregas, the only thing he did wrong in his career was just be around at the time of those two guys.
yeah.
yeah,
And I think
mm,
also he's Spain's like third highest ever goal scorer or something.
yeah.
He
He
is
used to
top
score.
5 definitely.
Uh, he scored a lot for Spain. Yeah,
Yeah, played in a slightly more advanced role for Spain, more as a inside forward rather than a cam.
yeah,
But I remember when he came to the Premier League and everyone was talking about, nah, he's too small, he's not fast, he doesn't have any kind of physicality to him. And this man just shut every single one of them up. Ever since him, smaller players have been doing better in the Premier League because he showed
yeah.
that you can do it.
Like even guys like Bernardo Silva as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure
And I
he.
agree. I think he's City's greatest ever player. And when we do talk about the greatest players in the Premier League, he's up there. He is
you're gonna put
definitely
him
up there.
you're gonna put him above Kevin.
That's a
Speaking
tough
of
one.
Kevin, yeah,
I
let's
think I would. I think I would put him. Oh, that's a tough
let's
one.
put
I
Kevin.
so
Okay, can we talk about the
remember.
two of them together, right?
No, wait,
Yeah,
Let me go before you go on that. So I will say that David Silva was the best player of the 2010s, but since Kevin De Bruyne has come to the Premier League, there hasn't been a better player. And I think for that alone, plus
Hmm.
I think also it's now the fact that De Bruyne has a Champions League and won it during a treble. So
Yeah,
we
but
have
he
to
doesn't
take
have a
that.
World Cup. He doesn't have a
That's
Euro.
also true.
yeah. Because for his country, Kevin is not
Yeah,
that great.
David
I
David
would put
Silva though.
them. Uh,
Okay,
I
okay, but okay,
didn't say
Trishul,
that.
you talking about Kevin took Man City from he inherited that role from David Silva, and City were the best team in the world. They got 100 points, and he took them and he won a treble, right? So he took City from a great team to a great team. David Silva took City from a nothing side and made them one of the best teams in the world, right? Didn't he get man of the match in that 6-1?
Yeah, yo, I chowed us, bro. You know that
Yeah.
that that
Right?
that volley
Look,
of
I'm not
free
saying
yeah.
that either was better than. I would put them both next to each other. It's just
Yeah.
that Silva has an international career, but De Bruyne has Champions League, and then it comes down to the question of what would you rather win, the World Cup or the Champions League. But then
game.
when you have
But
that
another
question,
thing
Silva
is
has
that we
two
also need to
Euros.
talk about performance, guys. I think David Silva for both club and country was
Silva
phenomenal.
was more of a big game player than De Bruyne, I think.
Yeah, that's tough
Nah,
because Kevin's okay, fine. He hasn't turned up in a final, but toward the end of I think it was 2 seasons ago when we were like 14 points behind City. Then we caught them up and we were 1 point behind City. And I would check the score at halftime and I'd be like, oh, City are drawing, City are losing. Then I'd switch the TV on and then this bra always, 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 like 10 games in a row does something. It's
okay.
it's ridiculous how
Look, so
consistent he
so
was
I
at
think
that.
I think just in merit and as we just said, guys, Shiva, I think you're right. David Silva is Man City's greatest player ever. If you have to go
Yeah.
like for like in terms of the players that's been next to them and what he
Mm.
did, he had Yaya Toure next to him, but what was next to Yaya Toure? What was ahead of him?
Fernandinho.
He had Kun Aguero.
Can I tell you? Okay, this is why I'm gonna go with David Silva, right? Because he was a number 10. He played in the 10 role, but for Spain, he had Xavi and Iniesta in that double 8 role. So they didn't really play with the 10. So he was played as an inside forward, and he was world class as an inside forward. And he, I think he's their third or fourth or fifth. He's not one or two, but he's definitely top 5, highest ever goal scorer. And he played out wide for City as well. And then when the number 10 role died and people stopped playing with number 10s, all of the other number 10s like Ozil and Juan Mata, they all struggled because they couldn't play out wide and they couldn't drop into an 8 role. And David Silva dropped into an 8 role and he was the best player in the league in the 8 role as well. And that's why he'll just get it over Kevin. But it's so tough to split them. And I agree they should both be in that tier.
I don't think it's tough. Kevin for Belgium is not that impressive.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why I say David Silva, because for both, and as well, let's not act like Belgium didn't have the players. They did have the players. They
We
did
just
have
had a
world
shit
class
manager.
players. Yeah, no, but still, dog, David Silva did his thing. And I mean, for Spain, he was played out of position, quote unquote, out wide. Yet still, he was a problem. Even in the final for the Euro 2012, I think he scored a goal in that final. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so, bro, for me, and
he scored
David
the first
Silva,
goal in like 1 minute. I think he scored a header.
Bro, David Silva FIFA rating when he played for Valencia was 88. So that also tells you that this guy has been hot even in his Valencia days, bro.
He had this
like
reverse pass where he'd face the touchline and then and for some reason, it's like defenders could see it and try to cut it out, but it'd just be perfect. It would just be perfect. It's like I tried explaining this to someone and they thought I was crazy, but I saw him play a long pass to Aguero once on the floor, outside foot on the floor, and it felt like the ball kind of slowed down and waited for Aguero. I know that's impossible, but that's what it looked like. That's what it looked like. And this guy is just something else.
You know, as United fans, we can't go against Biggie David Silva, guys. This guy has chowed us too many times. I've even lost count on the number of times. It's him who's the problem. You know, not necessarily the goal scorer, but him himself. He's the one who's just the issue at hand.
Yeah.
So for me, I have huge respect for David Silva, man. He's also, I feel like he's also underrated, man. It's just a pity. This team, especially Spain. Hey, Spain had too many problems, man, in that team.
So, guys, I want to throw a small cat amongst the pigeons. What is the role of a cam in your view? What is the core function of what a cam is supposed to do for that team?
Links the midfield to the attack.
There's two different types, right? You get the advanced playmaker cam, and you get the cam that's going to make runs into the box to score goals and be a second striker and make assists. David Silva was more the advanced playmaker. He was the guy who, when you don't know what to do with the ball, you give it to him, right? And he always knew what to do with the ball. He always knew how to receive it. He always knew how to turn. He always knew where to play it, how to play it, how fast to play it, if he should play it. From the shortest player on the field, exactly, shortest man on the pitch, scoring a header. It's like a cam is not always gonna be Kaká or Lampard, who's gonna run beyond the striker, who's gonna get on the end of things, who's gonna beat you with skill or pace or something. It could also be someone who the game sort of runs through. Basically, the cam is the player you want the ball to fall to the most.
Yep. Okay. And another thing, Shiva, just to add on Shiva's point, David Silva could do both as well. David Silva, whether you play him as the Riquelme type, number 10, who dictates play in the final third, who literally just controls the game in the final third. And at the same time, if you need him to score, this guy hardly missed the chances he got. I don't remember a situation. You know that goal against Wolves? Was it that goal against Wolves where he cut like 5 men or don't know how many
Blackpool.
men he chopped?
That's
Blackpool,
Blackpool.
yeah. Yeah, it's because they got similar kids, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
my bad. But bro, he
Chopped
chopped,
two guys.
yo, my day, and he chopped them, guys. That was like clean, dog. And you knew that he's gonna score. It's like when
Mhm.
they both fell, you knew. I was like, what a goal. Before the ball even landed in the back of the net. So yeah, Shabba, I think you've actually like I agree with what you've said, bro, with the different types of cams. But yo, David Silva is that type who could do it all, in my opinion. He's just that good, man. But anyway, guys, we have to move, man. We can't dwell on David Silva, man. Deco played with Benny McCarthy, guys.
Won a Champions League with Benny
And
Won
McCarthy.
a Champions League with Benny McCarthy
And was European Player of the Year. That's
and was European Player of the Year, but did not win the Ballon d'Or.
yep, he did it.
You have to put him in elite because what did he win
Ah.
with Barca?
I'd say world
My
class.
my
World class.
my
He fell off. Dzeko's fell
Why-
off was pretty bad.
no, actually, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Threshold,
Yeah,
what did he
that's
win
a
with
myth.
Barca? Let's
That's a
start there.
myth. Well, he's got one Champions League with Porto and one Champions League with Barca.
Yep.
But if I remember that final, it wasn't Deco. It was actually Andres Iniesta who came on and won that final against Arsenal.
Yeah. It was Iniesta, bro. And he wore number 22 at the time. So he was still
Yeah.
relatively young.
But
Yeah,
why
he
I
would go.
don't want to put him in world class is because he was. I mean, why I don't want to put him in elite is he was outshone by the players before him, and he was outshone by the players after him. Like before him was Luis Figo, and after him was Andres Iniesta.
But didn't they play together though? Figo and him?
They
So, like,
they,
overlap.
they did they did
So, like,
overlap, but I mean at Barcelona, I think he was brought in to replace Figo because Figo went to Madrid like 2 seasons before that, and then they brought in this guy. And he was, I mean, he just carried on doing what Figo did. But Figo was obviously just a step above. Same for when he eventually left. And
yeah.
I mean, you know, it does say a lot when your team gets rid of you and then they go on to win a treble. So yeah,
but
that's why I
wasn't
can't put
When
him in
he
elite.
went to Chelsea for it was like what, a year and a half at Chelsea,
Yeah.
2 years. He did absolutely. He won the league, but like
Nah, he was good. He was
was
good at
good.
Chelsea.
he was.
He was-
Look, I wouldn't put him in elite. I don't think he was better than Bergkamp, De Bruyne, and Silva, but I would put him in world class. But
I say
he did.
world class as well. Even for
Yeah.
Portugal. I mean, his time there, bro, he was the one who was the playmaker.
Mm.
And he did a stellar job. It's just
He was a
unfortunate.
Bernardo Silva of his generation.
Yeah, but I'd take Bernardo over Deco in my opinion. Just
Yeah,
Bernardo.
I think I'd take him as well.
Yeah.
Drizzle?
But anyway,
Yeah,
Grizzle.
Comfortable. I think let's move on for the purposes of sake of time.
All
A
right,
few more
all
guys
right.
to go
Mm.
through there.
All right, Wesley Schneider.
Could have been GOAT, could have been elite, but world class for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, it's not enough. He had 2 or 3 seasons where
True.
2 seasons actually, where you'd say this man is elite, but he just I don't think he took it as seriously
Yep.
Yeah,
as
he
the
said
other
himself.
people
No.
on here.
Wait a
Have you
second,
seen
guys.
this now?
Himself.
Wait a second, guys. The one-man show that took Netherlands, Holland to South Africa's final.
See, that's
The
where I
one-man
disagree. I
show
don't think it
that
was a
had-
one-man show at all.
Mm.
Me
I
too.
don't think it was a
Definitely.
one-man show at all.
I think
He
it was a
orchestrated
team.
that entire tournament. If you look at it, okay. So firstly, let me start. Let's go back here. where he won a treble with Inter, the first in the
Mhm.
Italian league ever. Where Messi stole his trophy. Just so by the way,
Okay.
Shiva,
Can I just
yeah,
okay, when you're
yeah,
done, when you're done.
yeah. Just so by the way, this
Wow.
boy deservedly should have received the Ballon d'Or, and we would be talking differently about his performances or him as a player today if he had won that Ballon d'Or. They seemingly went through South Africa's tournament as well, and it took his country of Netherlands between himself, Robin, and Van Persie to the final. So I won't say it's a one man show, but these three guys were the main component for them making it against arguably the greatest Spanish team ever.
Yeah.
We all agree there, right?
Yeah.
So, in my view, just the way that he managed that final itself alone against Spain, pushing them right to the end for Iniesta to come and win it on the dead. This guy deserves to be in an elite class. That's how I see it, guys. I can't see him sitting in world class. But Shiva, the floor is yours, sir.
Okay. So I'm not arguing against what you're saying about him being in elite. I'm arguing against the Ballon d'Or thing. I hear people say that a lot, and I think it is just a little bit of revisionism. Because if you look at 2010 from the perspective of 2024, you see that you've got a guy who's won the treble and got to the World Cup final. So surely he deserves a Ballon d'Or.
Surely.
But that's because in 2024, you are sort of desensitized to what Messi does. And in 2010, Messi scored like 50 league goals or something. That had never been done before at that time. But trebles have been won before. And that's why Messi won it. Because what he did at that time was groundbreaking. It was new. We hadn't seen it.
He
But
scored
what
50, but
Schneider
what did they
did,
win that
he,
season? That's my
oh,
argument. What
they
did
won a double. He won a double.
Spain,
He won a
sorry,
league and a cup.
Barca,
Yeah, Barca won the league and the cup. They just didn't
the
win
Copa del
the
Rey.
Champions League. Yeah, they just didn't win the Champions League that year.
Okay, I need to fact check that
And
for
I think,
myself, but
and
yeah.
I think they won the Club World Cup as well, if that counts for anything. But
Shiva. No, that doesn't.
the
Reaching.
the
Reaching,
volume
bro.
of goals that Messi scored and the assists and beating Madrid 5-0 and getting a standing ovation at the Bernabeu, that's that's why he won the Ballon d'Or. It was something that hadn't been done before. Players have lost World Cup finals before. Players have won trebles before. I mean, the year before that, someone won a treble.
Mm.
Hmm.
I don't think
I
he's
don't
better than
understand
Silva and
Yeah,
De
why
Bruyne.
you're saying consistency,
I don't think
Mister
he was better than
yeah,
Silva and De Bruyne.
99
I
not
don't
out
think
is
he
back
was.
here.
yeah.
Look. We need to understand something is that calling someone world class is not a bad thing. Saying
Yeah,
that a
100%.
player was world class is not an insult. But saying that he's on the same level as Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva, who did it for years. Look, Schneider had three
Good
elite,
season.
yeah,
Yeah.
three elite world class seasons. The rest of the time, he was. I remember every season after 2012, he was linked with United, and for every season after that, he just dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped. Like we have to take careers into account. Like yes, he had that treble year, and he got them to a World Cup final, but they didn't win the World Cup. They lost the World Cup, and after that, it wasn't. He never had that kind of year again. Yeah, and even before that, like yes, he had good years, but all of that only adds up to him being world class. He can't be elite because he also dropped off quite a bit. And like even he
the
himself
problem
said it, had he tried harder, he would have been up there. So I think he acknowledged it too.
with cams is everyone's favorite player is here somewhere. Oh well,
Mm.
not your favorite player, but on this list is a player that you've loved watching growing up,
Yeah.
and it's just the nature of the position that they play. So we're gonna disagree probably here the most. I I think he's world class. I'm not against putting him in elite. I just think he's he didn't do it for as long as the three players we have in elite did it. and I can't put him there because also how big will that elite tier get?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Shiva, I'm gonna try and counter that just with a simple ask, and obviously out of position player, but Michael Owen won a Ballon d'Or. Is he elite or world class in your view?
In my view, Michael Owen is the dumbest pundit I've ever heard in my life. And he is an absolute snake, and he should not be in the conversation when we do strikers.
And he was gonna
His Ballon d'Or, his Everton supporting childhood, and his United shirt can all just go sit one side. Does that answer your question?
Imagine joining your biggest rivals and winning in the Premier League with 7 on your
Yeah.
back. Crazy.
Hey, bro. And scoring the winning goal against
Arguably,
you know,
one of your best strikers you've ever had, Shiva. But again, this
He's,
is what I'm
he's,
saying.
also,
That
he's the
Ballon
second
d'Or,
best striker to ever play for Liverpool.
but again, like I said, that Ballon d'Or made a massive difference to what people view Owen to be, and that's what I'm saying.
No, but hold on. You don't get a Ballon d'Or. You win a Ballon d'Or. He won the Ballon d'Or, right? Wesley Sneijder did not win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay, I'll give you.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
move.
It's
let's move on,
completely
guys.
unfair
Yeah.
because of
Let's
who he
not
was
waste too much
competing
time
against,
here. Let's
but
not
he
waste
didn't
too
win
much
it.
time here.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Fat Frank.
For me, world
Let's
class.
leave him at good.
I'll put him in world
See,
class.
Hitler's not here, so we can leave him at good.
No. You have to respect the man. I'm putting him in world class.
Guys,
Yeah, no, I agree.
guys,
Let's put him at world
Mr.
class. He
Ngubane
scored
is
the
gonna
most.
come to work and
Yeah.
look for me tomorrow if I.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Trishul, just based on him being the highest scoring cam in the EPL. So yeah, world class. Frank didn't stand out for me as like Shiva said earlier on, he does not have that sulk that you want when you walk into a shop. He scored the goals. He knew how to run into the box late. So let's give that to him. I concur.
Yeah, no, we're not. We
No,
put
Not
him in
putting
good
him
just
on,
because
on,
we wanted to
good.
rile up Sinclair.
Relax.
But
yeah.
Relax,
so Frank is
please.
another one for me. Frank is another one for me where I'm putting him in world class just because I don't know how big this elite tier is gonna get.
I just want
On
to say
another
that
day,
of the
he
three,
could be in elite.
that of the three, Frank was the worst of the three.
Yeah.
But not by much.
Not by
Yeah,
much, but
the
he was.
worst. Yeah. He just had
Are
the
we
PR.
all in agreement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Stevie
give him
was the
world class.
best. Good.
Oh,
No.
Cool. Glad we
no,
all
no,
agree.
no,
Let's
no,
move
no,
on.
no.
James.
Yeah.
Okay, James
James, good.
Yeah, I think the hype
Let's
was
not
there
take
just
the
because
piss
of
here.
his World Cup and scoring a couple of goals for Madrid. He wasn't even a proper Galactico, so yeah.
Let's not take the piss here.
Okay, we'll leave him.
He was
Guys,
good.
no, man.
No, man. No.
Okay,
What?
fine. But you got to at least put him ahead of Matt Letizia, who was also
Yeah.
just a scorer of spectacular goals.
Okay,
Letizier's
guy
goals are
scored
nicer than
One
his
of
good.
the most
No.
spectacular goals
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
He has one. Listen, Letizia has probably got close to 90. So
No.
That's unfair.
No.
besides,
I
okay,
remember,
wait,
no.
Then we
Shiva,
must drop
besides
it
that,
this year.
besides that World Cup goal, what do you remember from James?
He's got some bangers at Bayern Munich. He's got bangers at
Yeah,
Real Madrid.
he
He even got
does.
bangers for Everton.
He
Imagine.
used to score from range.
But those were
And
good
free
goals,
kicks.
and he was a good player.
No,
His-
those weren't
the
good
problem-
goals. What do
The
you
problem
mean?
James had is the number 10 position died just as he was entering his prime.
Yeah.
If
He
he
didn't have
was
a prime.
born 5 years earlier,
Mm-mm.
he'd be there in world class.
He had the
No.
potential.
He had the
in my
potential. He didn't live up to
So-
it.
So
Take him in good, and let's move on.
yeah, I put him with
Oh.
Demba Ba. They scored good goals, but
Yeah.
Ah,
they weren't really.
Hafiz
guys.
Cisse and And Matt
I'm
Taylor
with
from
you.
Cooper,
And
he's got some
and
bangers.
and Peter Crouch scoring some bangers, but really
Nah.
he's got
Respect James.
he's good company, but
Bro, he
Yeah,
reached the Copa America final not too long ago. He's,
yeah,
bro,
he was good. He was good.
listen to you guys. Okay,
yeah,
fine. One.
World
Chelsea
class
one
for
one
man.
me.
one you have to put in world class.
Yeah, world
I
class
don't
for me.
I don't think you can
But
put him
then
ahead
he
of
went
Frank.
to United,
No, no, no,
Which
no.
and
Look,
then he
that
dropped
yeah,
down
that
a
is
tier.
one
yeah,
thing
No,
I will not
wait,
take shit on. He was very good at United.
Yeah,
He was a
exactly.
Siobhan,
technician, and he
In
was
fact, I would even go so far as to say he was great at United.
nah,
yeah,
world
just
class for
because he
me.
made Moreno leave Liverpool after playing one game against one. Come on. You guys
Nah,
got rid of that young lad.
Moreno's time
Thank
was up
you.
like 2 games after he joined. Um, no, look, Juan Mata is also one of my absolute favorite players, but why I won't put if you can't do this to James and then not do it to Juan. He kind of also fell off when the number 10 position
nah,
died
but
because he
Nah,
what
moved to
has
the
one
right.
achieved? But what
nah.
has one achieved in comparison to James? Because one has a
Actually,
World
no, no,
Cup,
no, no. Wait.
has
Okay,
Put
yes,
him in
no,
but
great. Put
no,
him in great. I would
he
put him
played
in
like
great.
13 minutes in that World Cup.
but still, he was a youngster, bro. He
Nah.
was
No,
a
no, no.
youngster.
Wait. I want to change it because he didn't win anything at United.
But at Chelsea
Besides,
won the
like
Champions League, guys.
he won the Europa League and the Carabao Cup at United. Oh
And
no,
he
wait,
won
no,
the Champions
no. He won an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, a Europa League, and a Community Shield at United.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Would you look? As soon as you try to justify a player with Community Shield, you put them
Nah.
down a tier. Just
At
put them in
Chelsea,
great.
But at
he won the
Chelsea,
Europa League, he won the Champions League, he won the Club
No,
World
look.
Cup, he won
If we're talking
something
about
else.
Chelsea Juan Mata, he's world class. But as I
uh,
said, Chelsea Juan Mata got on a plane and joined United.
yeah, anyone would die. Even David Silva would die at United, bro. Like, he would struggle. Think about it. Like, the way
Totally
David
agree,
Silva
man.
played,
I
he
would
would
put him at the
struggle
top
at
of great.
United.
I would put
United
him at
was
the top of great.
You can't put Juan Mata in the same tier as Frank Lampard and Wesley Schneider.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I concur.
And he's one
Alright.
of my favorite players.
Yeah,
Put him at the top of great, I
yeah,
would say. He was
yeah,
surely better
true.
than those two.
But then I want you to go to the Arsenal boyki after this.
okay.
There we go.
Santi
Let's go to
Cazorla.
Santi. Can you split the two of these guys? That's
Yes.
my ask. Can you split
Yes.
Yes,
one
I
and
can.
Santi?
Juan Mata
I
was
can.
better.
Much better than Santi
Not
Cazorla.
much better,
Much.
but better. Juan Mata was better. Santi adapted to the 8 role, and that's why people remember him. But when they both played as 10, Santi couldn't get on the pitch because Juan Mata was ahead of him for
Yeah,
Spain.
even for Spain.
So look, I'm putting him in great as well because it would be unfair not to. He had the silk. He could take corners with both feet.
Hmm?
Yeah.
He
Can hit
was
them with
always
both feet.
reliable on the ball. He could hit them as well. He could do everything you wanted your number 10 to do. It's just we cannot put him above Juan Mata, and we cannot put him in the same tier as the 3 that we have in world class. I don't know if
Okay.
you guys disagree with me.
Hey, man.
I would put him in great, yeah.
Great is fine. It's fine.
But X, do
Alright.
you agree that he wasn't better than Juan?
Yeah, no, Juan was raw, especially at Chelsea, man. Juan was, he was unplayable at times, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, man.
Look, I
And I
genuinely
also
think
look at
if I,
accolades as well, because when
yeah.
you look at accolades, Santi didn't win much.
So
He played for
I
10
think
teams for a
sorry,
long
X,
time. Even Arsenal as a 10 team. But
X,
anyway,
I strongly agree with what Shiva said. Had
Yeah.
Mata stayed with Chelsea, I think he would have been closer to David Silva than
Yeah.
where he ended up when he went to United. It's that
Nah,
United move that
man.
no,
Mourinho, but Mourinho, dude, Mourinho didn't rate this guy at Chelsea. He's the one who got rid of him.
just to come and get him at United.
You see, to further ruin him even more. It's like,
Look,
I'm
I-
back, bitch.
yeah, I don't think he's
Yeah.
Chelsea's best 10. So yeah, I think let's leave it there.
All right. Rukame.
You can't not put
There's-
him in world class, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking, do we put him in elite? But I don't think we can put him in elite as well. It has to be world class. That's the spot for him. He was
And
like
it's
the
gone.
quintessential number 10.
Yep.
He had
And he was-
no
And he had the
pace, though.
silk.
Yeah,
yeah.
As I said,
no pace,
quintessential number
no
10.
pace.
He just stood on the edge of the D and just,
But another thing is, Shiva, he was also very good. He could also play the regista role as well. He could also
Yeah.
pick up ball from deep. He could
Yeah.
play on the half turn. Like in the modern game, if this guy was, if you'd put him in the modern game right
I don't
now,
think he'd survive in the
come on,
modern game.
I think he would, because he could play as a regista.
Yeah,
A
but he
very
just
good one.
he did not have legs.
Yeah, but it's
But
fine.
then also
So
neither did Pirlo. So
yeah, neither did Busquets. Dog.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah. It
I
depends
loved
as
watching
well
this
which team
guy.
he plays for. If he played
Free
for
kicks.
City, he would kill it at City.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be problematic. Yeah, he's free kick taking. Yo, I could take free kicks, bro. Yo, back in the day, have you noticed this, guys? There's not a lot of free kick takers in the modern game, bro. Like you rarely see free kick goals now. As much.
What are you
bro.
talking about? Alexander Arnold is
Wait.
right there.
But he doesn't bang them like a David Beckham.
Nah, not like these
or-
guys. Yeah, you're
or
right.
even-
Guys,
remember Martin
hold on.
Gets
Hold on.
Edison
I just
from
thought of
Bayern
someone.
Munich.
I just thought of someone who's not on this list. He's probably not going to make world class tier, but he's someone we have to speak about. Juninho Pernambucano.
Oh, what's he thinking here? Number 10.
He was a number 10.
What? Okay, I thought it was a winger.
No,
I know the
he was a number 10. They kind of forced him to play wide for Brazil because, I mean, it was mid 2000s Brazil. Like, for a
I
cap,
just
you
like
kind of had to do some weird
Yeah.
things. But
Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not watch a lot of Jorginho, like you just said now, but so
Yeah.
I can't talk to it. But offline, I've been googling Yames, and the Braz got 2 Champions Leagues. I don't think good is fair on the Boyki. Let's move him up. He's got 2 Champions Leagues. Let's give him his due.
Oh, James. Okay.
Yeah.
he should have won player of the tournament at that World Cup.
All right. We've done that. Okay. Abu Trika. Not sure if you guys remember this guy. Played for Egypt.
I
Was
think you
linked
put
with
him in.
Liverpool. He kept
You put him in.
turning down Liverpool because
He never
Preferred-
wanted to leave Egypt. It's
Yeah.
fine. We got the better Egyptian anyway. He never wanted to leave
Oh.
Egypt, and I think that
hey,
kind of
Shabal's
also
always
killed
got
his career.
comebacks. Hey.
Huh?
He's always got comebacks. That threshold, your brother. All the time. All right. Fine, cool. Rivaldo.
Rivaldo has
He has
Ballon
to
d'Or,
go-
doesn't he?
You
Is that
have
a
to,
Ballon d'Or?
right?
Yeah.
He has a Ballon d'Or. He has a World Cup. Guys, mid 2000s Brazilian 10s, just put them in elite. Just go
Yeah.
Google all of them. Anyone who's ever won the 10 shirt for Brazil, just put them in elite now. Especially
I'm
this
also
guy.
just
This
adding
guy goes
Kaka.
at the top of elite for me.
Kaka.
Yes,
Yes,
Ahead of
Kaka.
David Silva.
ahead of David Silva.
Oh. Yeah, but Kaka was a baller, guys.
This
Let's
guy.
not get it twisted, man. Hey, Kaka was
Okay,
a
X,
baller.
he's destroyed you.
Yeah, I know. That's
Kaka.
why I'm saying Kaka has destroyed a lot of teams, man. His passing ability,
Yep. His
He can
dribbling, his
dribble,
pace.
bro.
Well, it wasn't express pace, but like like how Cheese talks about Mahrez's touch, where
Yeah,
he's like, yeah, Mahrez doesn't have any paces, but his touch is just so good. Kaká is the same. He's just
Yeah.
always ahead of you, and I think I think he's played the best pass I've ever seen on a football pitch. I think
The one to
that
Crespo, right?
the one to Crespo, you know which one
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
I know.
That one,
That
I
was a
still
whole
have
nother
nightmares
ball.
of that pass.
And that ball
Sometimes
was
at
a-
night I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's 2. And I'm like, no, I'm just dreaming of that pass again.
But that ball was elite. Yo, that was a defense splitting pass of note, bruh.
Yeah.
Hey man, I know Kaka was a problem, bruh. And he was also fast. Yo, he was so
Yeah.
quick, bro.
That's the thing that people really don't really like understand is Kaká was very fast.
Yo,
Like he was
very.
ridiculously fast, and he could dribble while running at pace. That's
Yep,
not a very common thing. I mean, look at
And-
Marcus Rashford. So,
yep. Ah,
so
you see,
and
it's
the
because
guy-
Kaka
the guy-
he uses his
I'm not
brain.
sure.
Kaka, most of the times we know him for his brain, bro. But when he
Mm.
has to chase that ball, bro, you won't catch him, bro. If he pushes it,
Mm.
you won't catch him, bro. But yeah, we'll leave him here, Kaka. Then. And then Urso,
He is, I think, the only player to
Oh.
beat Messi and Ronaldo to a Ballon d'Or.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
2007.
the year before Ronaldo won it for the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah.
Let's just put a guy in GOAT. He is the greatest scam other than those guys at the bottom of the list. I don't think anyone's assisted more than him from that position ever.
But Ozil.
Are you talking about
Yes.
Ozil?
Yes.
No, Kuzo.
Ah, guy.
No
ways.
Right.
Kuzo,
No,
after
no.
fans wanted him out
I-
of their club.
Guys,
Come
wait.
on.
You cannot put him. He cannot
Wait.
even get to. He has never won the
Guys,
Champions League.
guys, the role of a cam. Right.
See, I agree.
is
I
to-
agree with Motise. Yeah, well
Yeah.
done, Motise. You've got your final single. You can raise your bat, and then we'll see next innings if you get it.
So, gents, I asked the question
Look
earlier.
now.
You see this guy.
No. Please, man.
This is
Please,
why,
please,
Motise.
Wait.
This is why you are 99, not out.
Nah. Guys,
Shaba-
come on
listen
be
to what
serious.
I asked of you earlier on. As a central attacking midfielder, your role or your job or duty is not to be the one that finishes off of all of the goals. You need to be the person that has the vision to be able to bring in players around you to score those goals. And no one has done that better than Ozil has ever done in his career. Do you guys agree with me in that regard?
Hard to disagree.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hard to
For that,
disagree.
For the
Disagree.
purposes
I
of his
disagree
role.
with you.
Wait, so for the purposes of this role, and this is where guys need to understand, is that Ozil was not required or should not be required to run back. He should not be required to do that. That's not his job. He should not be required like Haaland to go to the middle of the park to go and pick up a ball there. Where do you want Haaland? You want Haaland in 9 or 18. That's where he's most effective. And what Ozil could do with a ball, I mean, guys, we've all watched this Oaks highlight reels. He has made, firstly, Ronaldo score the amount of goals that he scored just by assisting the shit out of that. Sorry for my language.
Okay, wait. Now
Hold.
Wait.
So
It's very easy to
had
pass the
Ronaldo
ball
in front of
sideways
him.
for 5 yards and watch Ronaldo bang it into the top corner. Like that's,
So-
I can do that.
Ozil had Ronaldo. Ozil had Ronaldo there. Right?
Mr. 99 not out is here to defend his
Ozil
man.
had Ronaldo, and they only won the Champions League after they sold Ozil.
And do you know why?
Shiva, I'm
Do
here
you know
for you.
why?
I'm here for you and the nonsense you're speaking. Yeah. I have a lot of work, but I'm here. For you.
Can I just make my point about Ozil and then Modise can come for me with his bat? He's a luxury player.
Yep.
He's a
He's a
luxury
what?
player. He's a luxury player.
Guys,
He needed players around him. He was not the person who would take the team out of a bad situation and turn it into a good situation. He's the person who, when things are going well, then Mesut Ozil is playing well. He is not David Silva or Kaká or Kevin De Bruyne, who could do it on their own.
X, you always
Yeah,
speak
boy.
about the eye test. Ne?
Yeah.
Ne? This man passes the eye test number 1. Clean. Clean.
Clean.
He did it at
Agreed.
Madrid. He did it
Agreed.
at Madrid. He's probably the best player I've seen at Arsenal to date,
Guys.
right?
No, guys.
He did it for Germany. We want to speak about performance. Come on. Give Ozil some respect, Chief. Give him
Goat.
respect. Yeah.
Goat.
Maybe elite, borderline GOAT, but
Aye.
if you compare GOAT, but I wouldn't cry if he was put in GOAT. I wouldn't. I'd actually jump for joy. I love the guy.
I mean, look, I like the guy as much as the next guy, but he was a
Ozil
luxury
had
player.
3.5 good years at Arsenal. Okay, world class elite.
Yeah.
level, 3.5 years.
Mhm.
But after 2017, going into 2017, 2018, Arsenal fans wanted him out of their club. They hated Ozil. They wanted him gone.
Arsenal fans also let Emery go.
Man,
Come on,
Arsenal
dude.
fans don't know what the
No,
hell they're doing.
but I'm just saying that look, put him in elite or world class or whatever, but he's not better than
Yes,
Silva, De
but-
Bruyne, or Kaká.
Okay, I just want to reply to the comment here because Ozil also played in a great Germany team.
Exactly.
He didn't
With a
play
good
in a
manager.
run-of-the-mill Germany team. He played
But he
in
played in a
one of the
horrific
best-
Arsenal team and he stood out.
and
That's
did
not
what?
that hard to do. That's not that hard to do. Matthias.
He
It's
did
not
it at
hard for you
Madrid.
to stand
He
out
did
and
it at
be a
Madrid.
pile of
He
shit.
did it at Madrid.
Did he
look,
do it at Madrid? Like as
No, he
much
did
as
it at Madrid.
hyped up?
No, he
But
did it at
much-
Madrid.
As much as he's
Guys-
hyped, as much as he's hyped, because like I said, they sold him and then they won the Champions League.
They sold him. They bought James, and then they won the Champions League.
No,
Just
they didn't buy
throwing it
James
out
in
there.
2013. They bought James
Oh,
in
wait.
2014, and
They
that was the
sold-
year that
they
they
sold
did win the
him.
Champions League.
They sold him. They bought
And they
Gareth
played Di
Bale.
Maria. They
And then they won
played
the
Di
Champions
Maria at camp. They played Di Maria at camp. Di Maria was the camp that won in the Champions League. He was man of the match in the final. 2014, they bought James. They didn't win the Champions League that season.
No, they won it in
They won it the
2014.
season after.
They
They
won it in
didn't- no.
2014.
They won it
They
in
won it in
13,
2014.
14. They won it in 13, 14. Right?
Not
They
14,
bought
15,
James.
correct.
Yes, they bought James in 2014 and they didn't win it. Look, but on Ozil, right? Look, the guy was a genius and he passed the eye test probably better than
Like
almost any
guys.
other cam. But
And he had the
He was
Ozil
not-
scoop. How can we forget the Ozil
Wait,
scoop?
exactly.
The man
But he was
created-
not better than Silva and De Bruyne. Not for me.
Of course he
not
was.
better than on the same
No.
level as Silva and De Bruyne.
No.
Guys,
Nowhere
look, so
near Silva and De Bruyne.
of, look, so all of us will agree that we have not watched a lot of German soccer or the Bundesliga. We will all agree that during that time where Ozil was dropping 70 assists for that league, did anyone look at what he was achieving in that games? His numbers
I
alone
mean,
puts him ahead
Jadon
of all
Sancho
of
was
these
also
guys.
dropping assists at in the Bundesliga.
Exactly.
Ex, defend your man.
Did Ozil win the Bundesliga? Did he win the Bundesliga?
He won
Nah,
the
he played for Bremen.
No,
Come on,
he
he
played
won
for
the
Werder
World Cup.
Bremen. It's like 71 assists, dude,
he won a World
in,
Cup.
in 2 seasons.
He did win a World Cup.
He
but
won a
He
I'm
won the
saying-
World Cup, but he didn't win the league. He didn't win the Champions League. He didn't get any European cups. Bottled the final against Chelsea.
Okay, let me put it this way. You guys have talked me out of putting him in world class. I am happy that he is in elite, but I am not entertaining the GOAT debate.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Also,
not. Definitely not.
the reason why I'm putting him in elite is because firstly the Ozil scoop, and secondly that thing he does where he hits the ball downwards and it like bounces up, and what's
Yeah,
that one
he-
called? That
That is
one.
the Ozil
Like-
Yeah,
No, the Ozil scoop is when
No.
he scoops it.
that
I had to put this
The
one
thing
up.
is, we laugh, but he probably actually said that. They call him Bobby Charlton now at Madrid.
Yeah. He can't. I'm happy with him in elite. I will never say he's better than David Silva. I don't know. I cannot put him in GOAT.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's leave him at the
No, no,
votes.
we'll
please.
have our final votes, guys. Let's leave that
Yeah.
here as it is.
All right then, guys. Zinedine Zidane.
I just
Elite.
put him.
What?
Guys,
You just put him in
Guys.
elite.
What?
guys,
Guys, we can't have this debate.
guys.
Wait,
God.
so
What do you say?
so my-
What do you say? Get your 100. Go. Get your
We cannot have this debate.
We can't, man. Yeah, man.
but this is the same thing that
Uh,
Anke spoke about last week. Modi said, "Is this guy not a hybrid? Did Zidane
CM.
not play hybrid roles? Did he play
Man,
CM and Cam? Did he
Zidane
play?
played
It's the same reason we don't have Ronaldinho on this list.
Zidane played football. Anywhere you
Yeah.
put him, he played.
Yeah, but we're reviewing the Cam list. So
Even if
Yeah,
you put him as
I wouldn't
goalkeeper,
consider
put him as a
Cam, eh?
goat.
no, the
That's
greatest
all I'm saying.
goalkeeper is Scott Carson. We all know that, guys.
2 Champions League, Scott Carson. 2
Yeah.
Champions Leagues.
Get it right. So somebody said, I agree with you, sir. If you had to put him head to head, and if there's ever a player that you didn't want to go up against, it's Zidane. I think he proved his point. If Ronaldinho was in here, he made that man almost cry. So that's also one of my reasons why I wasn't going to give Ronaldinho a goat. But yeah, he's not played the role of Cam consistently throughout his
Yeah.
career for his clubs
But-
and all of those guys. So I don't.
But Crizo, he's classified as a cam. Generally,
So
he's
is
He
classified
played more
as a
at Cam
yeah.
than at 8.
He's classified as a cam.
Yeah, it's
as a
classified
player.
as Cam. Even when you check online and you look at the best number 10s, Zidane
He's
is always on
classified
that
as a
list.
10.
Yeah.
We could put Ronaldinho in this conversation, and you don't
Yeah.
have him on the list.
And then Ronaldinho is the GOAT. Like, if
Then,
Ronaldinho is in this Cam
I was
conversation,
gonna put Dino on the
Ronaldinho is the
winger,
GOAT.
but isn't Dino more of a winger?
He was more of
He's
a
more
winger.
of a winger.
Yeah.
He was.
yeah,
He
but
was
that's also
definitely more of a
because
winger.
But okay, hold on. Just
wide
like how we were
playmaker.
saying Ronaldinho was more of a winger than he was a Cam, Zidane was more of a Cam than he was a 8. And that's why
Yeah.
I prefer him here in the Cam conversation
Yeah.
rather than in the 8 conversation.
Mm.
In the 8
Yeah.
conversation, I put him in elite because he wasn't going to touch who we put in GOAT in the 8 conversation. But in the
Mhm.
Cam conversation, earlier when I said there were 2 types of Cams, the ones who dictate play and the ones who get in the box and score, this guy did both.
Yep.
Exactly.
And as well, would kick your ass if you say something about
In headbutt in the chest.
Yeah.
And
No,
this
but
guy
for me,
Opposed
for
to putting
me,
him as
for me,
GOAT, but
he's ball control, Baba.
yo,
Ball
I know.
control.
First touch,
Ball
bruh.
control, Baba. First touch is the
Yeah.
most critical piece of play.
Mm.
In the
Yeah.
box, under pressure. Hmm?
So, where did Dino play for Brazil? Did he play on a wing or Cam?
On the wing, bro.
For
2000
Brazil, I
was
think
kind
he
of
played.
fluid.
Nah, for Brazil, I think he played.
Brazil,
okay.
they didn't have any positions. They didn't
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
say,
Yeah,
"Hey,
but he
let's
was
play
Kaká
this
feels
and
like-
let's play
Cam. At
Here's
peak,
Kaká
Gilberto
played
Silva,
Cam.
and here's
Yeah.
Emerson, and here's Juan, and here's Lucio, and you other 6 guys just do whatever the hell you need to do.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's what
Mm.
happened.
That
in
was
Brazil.
Brazil.
And
Yeah, no, I think he had more of a
Rodriguez,
free role like Neymar.
Yeah.
The more of a free role.
hey, bro, come to
Yeah.
think of it, while you make a valid point. These guys played free roles, bro.
Yeah.
At times it's Rivaldo's game. Rivaldo's the man of the match. At times it's Kaká.
Football has
the man
fallen
of the
off,
match.
man. Football has
Yo,
fallen
football's
off so
fallen off.
badly. It's
It
fallen off
has,
so
man.
badly that players like Marcus Rashford was getting Ballon d'Or shots last year. It's crazy.
All right, guys.
Guys, wait,
Mula.
X. No. Modise, take it home. Give us your 100. Tell us where you want Zidane.
Yeah.
Goat.
Thank you. Raise your bat. Raise your
Thank you.
bat.
Yeah, fine. But if we had Iniesta in this list, I'm still taking Iniesta. But we can move on to the next one.
I don't know. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Muller. Young Muller, baby. Which-
Elite.
Elite. Yeah.
Elite.
Yeah. as much as he's not my type
Underrated
of
and
number 10,
disrespected, but
but
Yeah, he's not a.
the Ruimdeuter, the
You see,
space
for me, he
investigator.
fails the eye test, but numbers don't lie.
He fails the eye test. He fails that it fails the eye
He
test to a
fails.
blind man.
No, he fails the eye test, but numbers don't lie, right? You can't dispute what he's done. He's got a World
This
Cup
guy
as well.
is like
Yeah.
I
Ozil's
always
numbers
talk about
doesn't lie, guys.
I always talk about needing to be world class at three things, like your physicality, your technicality,
Yeah.
and your mentality. And okay, look, he's a elite footballer, so for me, world class physically. Technically though, he like piss poor guys, but his mentality.
Yeah,
This guy
he's
had
got
an
the heart
elite
of a
mentality.
fucking
Yeah.
soldier, man.
Exactly.
He's got the heart of a soldier. So, and you can't
And he was
ignore
just
that.
always in the right position.
And he delivered. He scored the
He
goal.
always delivered. Whether he was playing on the right, whether he was up front,
He has two
whether he
trebles.
was at cam, he has two trebles.
He has two
Yep.
trebles.
Yep.
2013 and 2020.
Yeah. The COVID
He's
time.
like reverse Park Ji Song, because Park is like the ultimate assignment player, and this guy is the ultimate like what's the opposite of a assignment player? Park is like you take out that man and make it 10v10, and this guy is like you just find a spot and make it like seem like we got 11 players, even though we don't. That's what this guy was.
Okay.
All right.
I'll
Let's
put
leave
him
him
in
at
elite,
elite
yeah.
10. Alrighty. Zola.
Where's Nguban?
Let's leave him at good.
Yo, that bra's gonna come back for you, boss.
We put
I also
Frank
think
in
so,
world
too.
class.
So
We put
guys,
Zola in good.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, guys,
There
come on.
is no way
come on.
that you can't put Zola next to the likes of Frank in world class. Zola
Yeah.
played in a Chelsea team that didn't have Abramovich money, and he carried that Chelsea team on his back. If anyone ever knew of Chelsea during those periods in the early to late 90s, you knew of Gianfranco Zola. There were two Italians that were vying for the best player in the league. It was Zola and Di Canio. And we all know what Di Canio can do. But yeah, there's no way that he does not go into world class, guys.
I
Isn't
agree with
Mata
that.
a better player though?
But then he left Chelsea.
Ish.
It's always going to count against him, right?
Hey, let me stop for a moment. Mario Götze.
Yeah, he has to go to GOAT.
Ah,
Yeah,
No, world elite.
this is the one man that
No.
made.
what? Elite? Guys, come on.
Put him in.
Guys,
Put him in.
even
Put
world
him in.
class.
You know that
He's
he
world
was-
Put him in
class.
greats. Put him next
He
to
was
James and
responsible
Lipman.
for the 7-1 destruction of Brazil. That
Ah,
alone.
Wasn't only
I
him.
would
No, no,
actually,
no.
I'd actually argue that Thomas Müller had more to say in that game than Götze.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, but yeah, great.
All right.
Maybe world
Let's
class,
go.
but okay.
No.
I know, not world
guys.
class. Not Götze, no, not world class.
No, put
He
Yeah,
dropped.
Götze
He
great.
dropped.
Put Götze in
No,
great. He fell off horribly.
Look, it
He
wasn't
did.
his fault. He did have health issues, but it is what it is.
Yeah, this is thingy Isco, by the way,
Isco.
guys.
Great. He had
you're gonna have to
one.
put him in
He
world
had
class
one
just for the amount
season
of.
where he was elite. Like that season, he was like unplayable.
I'd argue
What?
two.
Man, this guy
Uh,
couldn't break into the Madrid squad consistently.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
So I wouldn't even put
exactly.
him in world class. I'd put him in great.
Great, yeah.
I'm also thinking
we saw
great.
his potential.
He was also so silky, like Modise for the silk.
Yeah, no,
But
no,
I
for the
agree.
silk,
I agree.
but he didn't.
We can't
he
put him in
didn't
world
give
class.
us enough, man. I
Yeah.
mean, man, he won the Champions Leagues from the bench all the time.
Yeah. Great is
Right.
also not an insult, just by the way.
Yeah.
All right. And then Payet, I just didn't have a proper
Great.
pick.
Great.
Yeah,
great. He won nothing.
yeah, and
He
then
promised to
Ned,
deliver.
yeah, and then Nedved.
World class for me.
World class.
But he's got a Ballon
World
d'Or.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's why he's world class. He's got a Ballon
yeah,
d'Or.
he's got a Ballon d'Or.
He's got the guys on top of him, like history.
Would he
X,
win it now?
We know
Would he
you're
win the
no,
Ballon d'Or now?
X. We know you're a Juventus supporter.
Here-
So
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
platform's yours. Go.
Some would argue that Thierry Henry should have got the Ballon d'Or that year.
Yep.
Why didn't he get it then?
Because Juve paid for it.
But you know what?
Not
Chris, I
that
wouldn't
shit for
put it
everything else.
behind.
I wouldn't put it
I
past
wouldn't
him.
put it up behind that. What's his name again? What's his name? That guy, bro. I watched thingy. That YouTube. There's a YouTube. Sorry, Netflix docu. It's called Bad Sport.
Nah.
Yeah, haven't you guys seen it? About
I've seen it.
Juventus
I've
was
seen it.
such a dodgy football club in the mid 2000s. They were even recently too. They did something else. That's why
They
they
did
kicked out
something
the
else
Champions League.
recently, dog. Nedved even
So-
got fired
So
because Nedved was part of.
yeah,
Yeah,
just because of
Nedved, I think, was on the board as well. He also got fired.
All of them got
X-
fired. Nedved,
X
Rakitic,
just-
all of them.
yeah, just because of that, we have to bring De Bruyne and De Silva down a level as well.
No.
Oh, we
no,
already did one for
There's-
free.
there's one key
no.
difference. There's
Hold on,
one
God,
key
man.
difference. There's one key difference, right? Whatever City did off the pitch, it doesn't change how the players performed on the pitch, right? With Juventus, it kind of did change how the players performed on the pitch.
Man, eesh, these guys got. Oh man, it was crazy. That documentary. And Homeboy didn't even get arrested, bruh. Mochi.
They chased him. They just
Mochi was
chased him
chilling
somewhere
at
and
the
told
end
him
of
to
the
come back.
donkey, smoking his cigarette. He was like, "What's up?" You can tell that guy has got bodies, bruh, under his belt. I'm sorry, bruh.
He's got bodies.
I'm telling you,
He'll
dog.
come for you.
Let's
anyway,
have
wait,
one last
wait,
debate
so
before we close
I
it.
think,
Is
yeah. I think
Yeah.
because Modise has joined us, Modise, we had Pele up there earlier on and Maradona. Are you putting those two ahead of Zidane, or are you comfortable to
You
put
see,
Zidane in?
And I was listening to you guys at the time, right? The most we've watched really is YouTube videos, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't see enough of them really. I just know that they goats allegedly. I've seen Maradona do a couple of things on YouTube, but for me, that's not enough for me to rate them. If I'm fair,
But numbers don't lie, Modise.
numbers don't
lie.
lie. No,
Numbers don't.
definitely numbers don't lie, right? Would I put them above? Probably more Pele than Maradona, in my view. But again, it's all based on YouTube, man.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if
Comfortable with
I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. It does.
Makes sense. Yeah, that's the reason why we're not gonna add the other guys because we don't know.
You guys don't know John Jomosono.
Yeah, but come on, Modise, you didn't see Jomo.
I saw a video the other day when you were standing on top of the ball. Hey, mama. Jomosono.
Yeah.
Oh.
guys,
Yeah,
I was gonna ask, is there a debate for De Bruyne versus Kaká?
Nah,
Nah, bro.
there is. I
Nah.
taste, bruh. You don't understand.
it's-
Kaká was a baller, bruh. Of no.
He was,
Yeah,
was.
but
but Kevin
It,
De
it
Bruyne.
comes down to De Bruyne is very efficient in what he does, but
Yeah.
Kaká is why we watch the sport.
Exactly.
Okay,
Entertainer.
yeah.
You pay your
Yeah,
ticket. You
true.
get. You see that Brazilian team, bruh. You. Oh
Value
man,
for
even
money,
if you
Papa.
pay 10K, dog, you'll enjoy
Return
yourself.
on
You'll be in the
investment.
stadium. Yeah. You saw what he did to Vidic and Thingy and Heinz, dog.
Yeah.
Highlight from N1,
And then-
dog.
Look, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. He did the same thing to Carragher and Hippier. Not the same thing,
Ah,
but
man, I
he
could
did
do
sinful
anything to
things too.
Carragher. Me.
he did sinful things to
Me.
them too.
I can do a lot
I'm talking-
to Carragher.
But they say I'm talking about that pass. I'm talking about that pass.
Emana, I
Don't-
can do a
Don't let
lot
me
to
call your
Carragher.
fine leg flicker a leg by now, please. You got your 100. Just
What? What do you think Carragher's a goat?
No, 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 I
I
don't.
watched
Never.
that episode, so I know where you got.
Yeah,
I wasn't involved in that discussion when they spoke about centre backs.
Yeah,
I must
Yeah.
actually go and watch that episode.
Yeah, we put Carragher in his rightful place. That's all I can say.
That's
Yeah.
Oh
all.
my
That's
God.
all you need
Okay.
to know. He
So-
was perfectly
In
suited.
his rightful place, where he belongs.
Yeah.
Good and proper.
So are we
There
happy,
was.
guys?
There just
with this-
wasn't a level lower. Sorry, X. Go.
Is
No,
there
just-
is there anyone that we're forgetting before we jump off? I
Guys,
mentioned
where's Neymar
Juninho.
here? Where's Neymar?
Nah,
Winger.
Neymar was left wing.
he was left wing.
Neymar also played 10. But
Yeah,
okay.
but
Yeah,
that's
but he was
then-
more of a left wing.
That was Barcelona 10. You can't really count that as Cam.
Okay.
Barcelona 10 was the striker.
If
more
we
than
put
anything
Neymar here, then we put Messi here, and then
And we,
Ah,
and then we
Messi
put
and
Ronaldo
Ronaldo, I'm not
here.
Zizou.
gonna put them on.
Yeah,
actually.
so don't.
Those
Don't put
two,
Messi
yeah,
and
I'm not
Ronaldo.
even gonna have them on, bro. There's no need for those two, dog.
So we're not gonna have the goat debate.
No, the GOAT
Uh,
debate was
there
finished
is
on
no
the
GOAT
21st
debate.
Yeah, on the 21st of December 2022, the GOAT debate ended.
Yeah, it ended, bruh. Ended with homeboy lifting it. You know, even though he scored 5 penalties.
You
it's
can't
fine.
be the greatest in the world if you didn't conquer the world. And he did.
900 goals.
How many?
Yeah.
900.
900.
And
Wow.
901.
901.
901.
I'd rather have a World Cup than goals against Saudi farmers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Me too.
What?
Yeah.
But they pay him though, Shiva, man. Imagine
I mean,
that.
yes, of course they pay him. But
Should
guys,
retire right now,
Guys,
bruh.
the-
If you're
Shiva,
earning that much.
The reason-
This is for the
Okay,
striker
hold on,
debate,
hold
guys.
on.
This is
Shiva,
for
hold
the
on.
striker
Modise,
debate.
Modise,
I have a
are you
I-
saying
Let me
that
put my
that,
camera
that Ronaldo is a better player?
Shiva, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What did Messi do at PSG?
He won the World Cup. He didn't
won the
need to
World
do
Cup.
anything else.
Oh shit, that he did at PSG. He was playing.
No,
What's this
now I'm
doing-
speaking
wait,
club football.
Wait,
No, I'm
Modise, what
speaking
did
club
Ronaldo do at United when he came back?
He fought with Ten Hag, which was the right thing to do.
He should have punched him up, actually.
He should have killed him. Done.
After Messi won the World Cup, he just sort of checked out because he knew, and
Yeah.
we all
Nah,
knew.
bro.
Like
Nah, bro.
he,
Bro, if you
football
think,
has nothing
man,
left.
Nah, I think we only saw one Messi at Barca, and that was it, with the right players around him. And I'm not saying Messi is not a great footballer. He's brilliant. He's hey, top.
He's
But for me,
Argentina's all-time leading
for
goal
me,
scorer.
the stats at Juventus, the stats at Madrid, the stats at United, for me, tell a story. For me.
Yeah,
If
that
Messi went
he-
to City when that year when he wanted to leave Barcelona, it would have been over.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying GOAT debate would have ended there because they would have dominated everything.
guys, the
Come again?
GOAT debate ended. The GOAT, or not even the GOAT debate, the argument between Messi and Ronaldo ended in 2009 when everyone said that Messi is too small, he's not good in the air, he doesn't score in big games, and he doesn't score against English teams.
Nah, that
And
was
then he
bullshit.
scored a header against
Yeah.
Ferdinand and Vidic in the Champions League final. That's when it ended.
No,
That's
man,
when it
Messi-
was
No,
done.
I disagree with you, Sava. I keep on telling you this, but this man has played for Barcelona, and then he's left and played for PSG. And as soon as he left and played for PSG, what did
He
Messi do?
played in the US and he did fuck all.
He
And
won
he's younger
the
than
the
Ronaldo.
World Cup.
The
World-
Saudis
and
brought
he's
him
younger
the
than
World Cup,
Ronaldo.
dude. Come on.
So wait, hold on. If the Saudis bought the World Cup and the Saudis bought Ronaldo, then how did Messi win the World Cup?
No, but hold on.
What do you say? What do you say? That single that you took for your 100, I'm thinking it's a leg by now. That's,
No, but listen.
that's
No,
not-
but listen. No, but hold on. Messi, Ronaldo in Saudi is playing against elite players. He's not playing against some guy who's learning how to play
But you
football.
said
Like
they
do in
found
the
people
US.
on the road and gave them kits and told them to go and play on the
Yeah,
pitch.
man.
That
So
those are
Riyad
the players that
Mahrez
he's
is
playing with.
Riyad Mahrez is from the road.
They
Yeah.
got like the,
They
the
From
top,
the road.
It's
Six
like
teams.
it's like they took.
the
Koulibaly is
top
from the road.
6 teams only have like 4 or 5
That's
Premier
enough.
League level players.
That's
The
enough.
other how many teams in
That's
the league? I think
enough.
it's like 14.
Chief,
So the other
That's
8
enough.
teams.
That's enough.
It's five-a-side.
That's
It's
enough.
five-a-side.
Now count the
Nah.
number
Golo
of elite
Kante.
players. Count the number of elite players Messi's playing against in the US.
And also,
But
if you
the
want to say, okay,
difference is
Ronaldo has
Messi's not
900
even trying
goals.
to make it a thing in the US. He's
Yeah.
he's just having a good time there. He's not he's not even trying anymore. He's conquered football. There's
Okay,
And
nothing
also,
so
you
left.
can't
Shiva,
use 900
Shiva, I'm
goals as
gonna
an argument.
Shiva,
Messi scored
Shiva,
91 in
let
a
me
year.
wait. Shiva, one sec. Yeah. Okay, I had to switch my screen here.
Mm.
If you had to go player for player, Barcelona versus Real Madrid, Messi's caliber of teammates versus what Ronaldo's had over those years that Barcelona was so dominant. Do you not think that those guys played a pivotal role in Messi being the player that he was, your
Danko
so-called
means
GOAT?
thank you.
Not Ronaldo has done this moving from Portugal to England, dominating both
can
leagues,
I
mind you.
can
Moving
I
from
can I
England to Madrid and being subsequently with the inferior team than Barcelona on this Oaks arse 24/7. Going
when
to
you're
Because
Juve.
talking
Ronaldo
when
went to
when
Arsenal
I
instead of
hate this
United.
I hate
Yeah.
this Madrid argument because you can't tell me Iker Casillas is not one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. You can't
No,
tell
he
me
is.
Sergio Ramos is not one of the greatest centre backs of all time.
He is.
You can't tell me Luka Modric is not one of the greatest midfielders of all time.
He is.
Tony Cruz, Xabi Alonso, Casemiro, Sami Khedira, Mesut Ozil. You guys were talking about
Gareth
Ozil
Bale.
and his 71 assists. Gareth Bale, Karim
Angel
Benzema,
Di Maria.
Angel Di Maria. Like, fine, Barcelona had Xavi and Iniesta, but Madrid were not lacking in any department.
Mm-mm.
So
They
I
put
don't take
Sergio
that argument.
Roberto in midfield.
They what?
Sergio
Come again?
I don't take that argument.
Yeah.
Chief. Each to
But
their
I
own.
think as well, Modise, bro. Messi.
No,
Yes.
no.
Messi
Messi,
is the best eye
Messi,
test
Mfana,
pass I've
Messi
ever
is
seen.
beautiful, Mfana. He
Even
showed
his passing. The thing is that Messi is like an all-round attacker. Even his passing ability. Yo, guys, you must watch. Just
Yes.
watch on YouTube Messi passing. That's all. Assists, bro. Freaking
Ronaldo
even.
would break his knee if he
It's-
tried some of those passes.
But
Yeah,
you say you said first touch was the most important thing, right? Have you seen Messi's first touch?
Yes. No, Messi.
Because I've
Mfana,
seen Leo Messi look at a ball and it died for him without
Let
him
me-
having to touch it.
You know, one thing I appreciated about Messi is he was strong and he never gave away the ball. He never rolled on the floor for no reason. There's a lot of credit that I can give to Messi for now. Based on track record, based on the run. Ronaldo takes it for me.
Takes what?
Each to their own. He's the GOAT
No,
for me.
fair enough. Each to their own. Each to their own, and I understand that. But I was also a Ronaldo fanboy. But once Messi won that World Cup, it was done.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was the
done.
exclamation mark.
Guys,
That World
okay,
Cup was rigged.
stop.
He bought it
Then
let's
he
himself.
wins the
just-
Copa America again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again.
Right.
He-
Now,
He bought it.
Come on.
if you are teaching someone how to play football, right? And if you want to show an alien what football is, right? Are you going to show them Cristiano Ronaldo doing step overs and then falling over to the side? Or are you going to show them Leo Messi and his
Hey, Chief,
touches
give
and
Ronaldo
his
some
turns
respect.
and
He's
his...
saying what? Now he's speaking
No, look,
about your
Ronaldo is number two. It's
Uh,
Messi, Ronaldo, Pele, Maradona in that order.
I honestly think the whole Messi and Ronaldo thing is just media hype. There was never a competition between the two of them.
Same here.
Ronaldo was a tier above everyone else, but he
Mhm.
was just not a tier, but like a quarter of a tier below Messi at all times,
Mhm.
And he
Modise,
said
except for that
and-
1 year.
and
I'll
You
give
and
you
in
that
closing,
1 year.
and,
did it
and
at
in
Madrid.
closing, Modise,
He did it at United. He did it at Juve. He's doing it in Saudi. That's all. He's done it for Portugal. That's all.
What did he
and
do
in,
at Juve?
Munisa, and in closing, I would love to say, gentlemen, Lance Armstrong was also a great cyclist. Thank you, Messi.
That's low. That's low.
All right, guys, let's call it. Nah. Thank you so
I
much.
think let's call it.
Sweet
for
guys.
being yourselves. I hope I'm not delayed. Am I delayed?
Nah,
No,
you're
you're
good.
not delayed.
Yeah. Guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. I need to say this more often. Please remind me, Natchins. Like every 5 minutes, like
But,
comment, share, subscribe. But
so
anyway,
so so X,
yeah.
one of our commenters this evening, you saw Temba and Glovo earlier on, wants to know why we didn't have Balak on this list as well.
No, Balak was
Oh,
the
He
CM.
was
wasn't he a
eight. He was
CM?
eight.
Yeah,
We
we
put
had
him
him
in
on
the
CM
CM
list.
list.
Yeah, we had him on the CM list.
Oh yeah, and we said he's always a bridesmaid.
Yeah. Ish.
He's also Mr. 99 not out.
No, he
All
got
right,
bowled
guys.
out for 99. He wasn't not out. He was
Oh yes,
bowled.
yes. He got bowled out.
Is he like Dean Elgar and Faf on 199 at least? Yeah.
All right, Jets.
Throw
We
throw
just
real
thanks.
sense.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Cheers.
guys.
Thanks.
Peace.
Cheers.